Thank you for tuning into this edition of the Sports Zone, where we help make the complex world of North Coast sports understandable. The North West Basketball Invitational Tournament, where March Madness happens North Coast style, is in its last legs now, and we couldn't be more thrilled with the game action to date. We here at the Sports Zone would like to thank all the teams for joining a competitive field again this year. We've seen some truly competitive games now, and where blowouts have actually happened, as well as our share of nail-biters. Let's get into the Game 1 and Game 2 highlights from Astoria High School on March 14th of 2008. Johnson Oil stops Mike Coakley, but Ryan Eisen and Mike Owen dominate. Johnson Oil and Lamar Workala, who scored 20 points for his team in the game, started the game on a tear but were unable to contain Ryan Eisen and Mike Owen as they each scored 26 points in M&M's runaway victory over Johnson Oil in the first game of the NWBIT 94-51. Johnson Oil started out by getting inside shots and hitting their outside shots, but ultimately Mike Owen dominated the paint and Ryan Eisen put the hammer down with the outside shot, hitting 8 threes total in the game. Mike Coakley had 15 points and Bo Ward added 12 for M&M. Justin Lane added 14 for Johnson Oil. Johnson Oil must now go through the losers round starting on game number 8, Thursday on March 20th at 7:30 p.m. at the Astoria Middle School. M&M now goes through the winners bracket on game 5 at 7:30 p.m. on March 18th at Astoria Middle School. This was a tough matchup for Johnson Oil, but the showing was not all bad. I thought they showed heart and a determination to fight in a game where they seemed overmatched. Now we can move to the highlight of game number 2. Warrenton tested early, but coasted by Coast Guard late. Warrenton's Cody Mullins and Coast Guard's James duel in the first half, getting 14 and 11 respectively, keeping their teams close. In the second, Coast Guard goes cold and gives up rebounds to a smaller Warrenton team, as they can only manage 19 points in the second half. Ryan Lampy carries the load in the second half for Warrenton, netting 10 as he finished with 15 for the game. Cody Mullins finished with a game-high 16 for Warrenton. Nuke for Coast Guard garners 11 points as Paulson chips in 9. Warrenton goes on to face M&M on Tuesday in the winners round at 7:30 p.m. at Astoria Middle School on March 18th. Coast Guard lands in the losers round on March 20th, which is a Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Thank you for listening to the Sports Zone update for the Northwest Basketball Invitational Tournament, where March Madness happens North Coast style. The Northwest Basketball Invitational Tournament games are sponsored in part by Astoria Fultano's Pizza, Columbia House Warmers, L&D Race Tech in Warrenton, and the Astoria Burger King. Thank you to all your sponsors. Warrenton put themselves in a great position as a bona fide team to beat. Coast Guard should have an easier time, however, throughout the losers bracket. This night was electrifying, as playing in a gym with the history that Astoria High School sports has was something special. Sports Zone would like to thank Astoria High School for the generous offering. That's all the highlights for this edition of the Sports Zone. Check back regularly for more exciting highlights here on your one-stop sports shopping place, the Sports Zone. Once again, we here at the Sports Zone want to say thank you for tuning in, and remember to get caught up on your Northwest Basketball Invitational Tournament information at www.astoriaball.blogspot.com or email us at nwbit@hotmail.com. Check back once again for updates on the games, and remember that the Northwest Basketball Invitational Tournament is where March Madness happens, North Coast style. For all of us here at the Sports Zone, everybody, good night and good game. The Northwest Basketball Invitational Tournament games are sponsored in part by L&D Race Tech in Warrenton, Astoria Poltano's Pizza, Columbia House Warmers, and the Astoria Burger King.